Okay, I'm going live. I have this idea that I'm gonna talk to the Facebook world about. It's this idea that I've had for a long time about doing a podcast. I thought about doing a podcast, and of course, a podcast takes significant amount of planning and commitment and certainly some cost and preparation and a guest list and whatever else. Um, but here's what I think I'd like to try. I'd like to try a 5 minute podcast. I'd like to do like once a week, just an idea, a conversation idea. Maybe people are talking about it. Maybe people have posted about it already on Facebook. Maybe it's super controversial. Maybe it's, um, you know, very intriguing. Or maybe it's just currently trendy. And I want to pick that topic, and I want to address it from a perspective once a week. And it's gonna be the 5 minute podcast. Let's see how far I'm into this podcast so far. It's the first episode, by the way. Um, because I think that we many of us have social media presences for the sole purpose of say hi to the pigs, everyone. I don't know these pigs' names. I'm just stopped at a friend's house. Many of us have a social media presence just for the purpose of seeing what other people are doing. It's just voyeurism and consumption. And every now and again, we have a good idea that we throw out there, or every now and again, we just have a beef that we throw on social media, and that's our complete usage of the tool, which I suppose makes us a bit of a tool. So we have moments of passion that we share on social media, and for the most part, it's just I want to see what you know a high school friend had for supper last night. So, um, so I'm going to do this 5 minute podcast, and this is the first episode, and the first thing I want to talk about is this idea of just going for it. And that's kind of why I thought I would literally just press go live on Facebook to sort of, act what you preach, so to speak, to just go for the thing that you've been wanting to do. Because there are thousands of reasons why you don't do the things that you have had in your heart or you have been compelled to consider, and so then you don't do them. And I think this is a fun thing to do because one of my strengths is communicating live. At least I think it is, and this is hardly live, but it's live-ish. It's mostly uneditable, and so I just wanted to get on and say, what are those things that you have had as dreams, as goals, as like thoughts of that could be me. I could be Grand Prairie's version of that, and you haven't done it yet. And it's probably because you're not ready, and you're gonna prep it. You're gonna sit down one day and you're gonna get a script, or you're gonna get a business plan, or you're gonna put the pieces together, and you're definitely gonna do it one day. And you don't, because half of those things that keep you from doing it are real, and half of them are completely made up in your head. And sometimes a big part of those uh, barriers and roadblocks are fear that somebody might think you're a total fraud. Maybe if you go on there and you say something, especially if it's live, that somebody might recognize that you're completely unqualified to say the thing you said or do the thing that you're doing, and imposter syndrome is going to set in, and you're going to feel like a complete fraud. And so I want to encourage anybody who's watching this to, like, comment, this is you're stupid, Derek. This is a terrible idea. Mostly because I want to prove to those people who, you know, those people who are considering taking a step out into their dream. I just want them to see that you're going to get some hate. You'll probably not get nearly as much hate at the beginning, because it's really not worth anybody's time until you're big enough and influential enough that you matter. But somebody's got to go on here and comment, "This is a stupid idea," and then I can deal with the feedback and the criticism on the next podcast. Anyway, so this is my first 5-minute podcast. I'm going to do this weekly just to promote and encourage discussion on things that we kind of organically do anyway. We get on social media, or we even get together in person and share ideas. And this is my way of sort of bringing up things that I think probably people are wondering about anyway, and they just kind of want to talk about them. So today's 5-minute podcast is just go do it. And now I'm not talking about like truly just not being ready. Like, if you're going to start a business, you got to start somewhere, and you have to have an idea, and you have to have a plan, and you have to understand how boring works, and if you need brick and mortar. I'm not talking about doing things completely irresponsibly and not prepared. I'm talking about those things that you've always wanted to do and you have not executed because of some fake, fabricated fear. That was good alliteration, by the way. Of something that exists out there that is going to block you, stop you, and eliminate your success. So we're 7 minutes in to the 5-minute podcast, but give me some feedback other than the feedback that I asked and prompted for, which is just to dump on me a little bit. Give me some feedback. Let me know some of the things you'd like to talk about. And this is the end of this one. I just picked up the phone and I pressed go live, and now here we are, officially at the end of Derek's 5-minute podcast series. And who knows? It may be a silly name when this turns into a 3-hour long forum with, guests like Joe Rogan. Maybe I'll have Joe Rogan on my show one day. Anyway, give me some thoughts, comments, and maybe even talk about something that you've wanted to do that you're going to go for it. You're going to execute it, and you don't care if you feel like an imposter or a fraud, but it's your dream. And damn it, you're good at it. So have a good day, and we'll talk soon.